Hey, my loves, welcome in and good evening. It is exactly 7:28 on Friday, the 12th of September, and it is time for our day 52 reading. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited to get back to our readings. We'll be reading from Melanie Beatty. I'm having some things done in my home, so my house is a mess right now, and I'm a mess, but I wanted to go ahead and get our reading done. So, welcome in. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new here, I am Kenya. What's your name and where are you from? Let me know what's your name, where you from. Yesterday we had an amazing cook with Coach. We cooked chili bombs and they were lit. Okay, the chili bombs was lit. Okay, if you didn't get a chance to see that live yesterday, please go. Be sure to go to my main page and grab the. We posted a video of it on my main page. Welcome in, welcome in. I got the juice. All right, then I got the juice. Nice to see you. Where are you tuning in from? I got the juice. That's what he said. Is she or female or male? Don't want to misgender you, baby. Cause you said I got the juice in the booze, baby. I got the juice. I got the juice. I like that. I like that, baby. You said I got the juice. Yes, we got the juice. Don't play with us because we got the juice. hmm We just wanted to share the live to our team to get everyone in here. Hi, Cypress. How are you? Oh, dang. I went. Let me see if it'll let me edit it. Oh, man. I'm not live on Instagram. So my Instagram followers aren't going to see me. I'm trying to figure out what to do. Give me a second. Get okay. We're back. So I'm streaming live on 7 platforms. My name is Coach Kenya. I am a therapeutic wellness coach. I help people change their mindset, rewire their behavior with food, and have a life that's sustainable and not count calories, feel restricted, or struggle with their weight ever again because we work on our mindset and our body. I've been doing this for we're going on our 11th year. We thank God for that. We thank God for the anniversary of our Rise coaching firm. We are excited. We love helping people, and we've been doing it forever. We 14 countries, People Magazine, ABC, Fox News. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. So welcome in. Where are you from? I reside in 2 states. I live part of the time on the East Coast and part of the time on the West Coast. And I just happen to be on the West Coast right now. And it is 7:32. Welcome in, TR, to the best moderated grandmother. Welcome in. How is Florida? Hi, Bailey. Is it Bailey or Haley? Hi, Haley. How are you? Or Bailey? Terry, welcome in. Boss lady, welcome in. Is it Dee Dee? Dee Dee, welcome in. Yeah, I can't see the comments. Ooh, baby, the comments, baby. Ooh, baby, I can't see them. Hi, Sylvia. How are you? Terry, how are you feeling? Caroline, welcome in. You're home now. Amen. How was the vacation with the family? Guys, thank you so much. Can we go ahead and tap the like button if you're in the building? And you know me, you know I'm Coach King, and you know I drop the nuggets, I drop the love, and I'm all about supporting, believing in other people. Let's tap that like button, me, if you know it's a great. Thank you so much for your support, grandmother. I appreciate you. Grateful. Hello and welcome in. Caroline, where are you from, my love? We have Oklahoma in the building. We have Virginia in the building. We have Arizona in the building. We have Kentucky in the building. Welcome in, ladies. Good to see you tonight. Team I Rise is always holding it down. Bailey, too cute. Bailey, too cute. Welcome in. I'm Coach Kenya. Our goal tonight, guys, is only we're gonna blah blah blah. Our goal tonight is 5 heart me's. That's what it says. Our goal tonight is 5 heart me's. Can we do it? I think so. I think we can get 5 heart me's. We have 7 people in here. I think you can get 5 heart me's. I don't know. Maybe you can't. But what you do is you click that heart, that yellow heart right there by my name in the profile right here. You click that yellow heart, tap on it. I think that's how you give. I don't know if that's how you do it. Let me stay focused because I don't know if that's how you do it for real. Hi, Tamisha. How are you, beautiful? Hi, Tamara. How are you? Joyce, welcome in. Thank you guys so much for the likes. Okay, I'm going to grab the book. Ignore the fact that my couches are standing on their side. I am rebuilding them. Y'all know I built furniture. I've been doing that for a couple of years now, and I'm remodeling my home again. I'm going to be painting a wall, making some couch cushions, throw pillows, building a base to the bottom of both of my couches because I want to heighten them and make storage room under them. I'm going to be redoing my plant area, putting up some new curtains, wiping down the baseboards, washing the walls, and repotting all my plants. That's what I've been doing. So my hands are a little dirty. Please ignore that. But as you can see, we are under construction in the back. My couches are on their side because I'm going to be putting a base under the bottom of them, doing something with taking the legs, raising them, and then making a base, a wood base to slide under to store for storage, some more storage space in my home. So we've been doing that. So we apologize for being a few minutes late, but that's definitely where I was. I'm going to grab that book for us so we can get to reading. Samara, welcome in. Are you new? Thank you for being here. I'm Kenya. I'm a natural wellness coach, a natural wellness coach. This is me. That's what I look like. People always want me to stand up, so I be wanting to get it over. North Carolina in the building. Let's go. So we got North Carolina, Virginia, Kentucky, Oklahoma. Who else we got in the building tonight, y'all? So tonight we're just going to do one reading. We're just going to read day 252 of Melanie Beattie, Journey to the Heart for Codependency. So what I do is every night between 7 and 8, I come live, drop you a little motivation, inspiration, and a few tips to help you stay consistent and focused and feel supported on your weight loss and wellness journey. One of the hardest things for many people is they start to begin to feel unsupported, no accountability, and unable to stay engaged. So I work really hard with my clients, and I give a very close one-on-one, up close and personal, to ensure that they not only succeed, but they learn the skills and techniques that I'm teaching them so that they can be successful and then go teach other people. That's the ultimate goal here. It's not just about you getting healthy, but if you have children, siblings, sisters and brothers, mothers, fathers, all of those things, my goal is that you breathe a generational curse breaker in health and wellness and are able to teach, educate, inspire, and provide resources for your family members. Because see, at the end of the day, if you want a weight loss journey and your kids struggle with their weight, your kids should be getting educated about wellness. That's why you want to call it a wellness journey, right? Because you wouldn't want a little girl to start early on being on a diet. So what you would tell her is, love bug, let's get on a wellness journey together. We're going to eat better, inspire ourselves, and do more together. That's what we tell them. We don't say you need to lose weight. We say we want you to get more fit, have more stamina, and be able to play with your friends longer. So that early on, when they're a baby, they don't start to get caught up and feel like somebody's body shaming and talking about their body. We teach them early on that they're loved no matter what they look like, and they don't have to go through some of the traumas and stuff we've experienced. If we catch children early on with emotional eating issues, then they don't have to wait till they're 25, weighing 700 and 800 pounds, needing surgery. If we address it now, the way we do that is we first must become educated, knowledgeable, and willing to access the tools, skills, and things available to us to be better in the health and wellness arena. Then we must know so much of it, and then boom, share it. Share it. A lot of times I know so many women, and I always tell them, now, the kids are on a weight loss journey too now. And they'll say, what? I'll say, well, if you're eating better, you're not going to teach the kids? And they'll be like, no, I'll get the kids McDonald's or something. And I'll be like, so make it make sense. So you feeding the kids processed food, but you're out here buying yourself organic. You get salad and go. They get McDonald's chicken nuggets that got baby teeth in them and poison. Okay, never. I digress. I'm not even going to get into it tonight. I can't do it. It's Friday. I'm going to leave y'all alone. I'm just saying, just think about it. If you're struggling with your health and wellness, it's more than likely your children don't know. Because if you don't know, who would have taught them? It's okay if you're on a journey to involve your children. Many of you could probably say more motivated if you involved your children and got them off the PlayStations and sitting eating Takis and playing PlayStation. Maybe if you got them outside with you, then it could be a family thing. But many times we get on a weight loss journey and we leave the kids out. Well, you've taught the kids how to eat. They eat just like you because you're the one that taught them. So if you're going to change your way you eat, chew, think, etc., why would you not help the kids? Okay, I ain't going to even go any further. I'm going to leave it alone. I ain't saying nothing important. I'm just saying if it's because we're learning that obesity is a generational affliction. Because it's not, you can't, it's not genetic, but it is cultural. It is environmental. And your generational behaviors do play a role in it. But there's no genetic marker for obesity. There's just a genetic propensity based on the people you're around. Like you don't have a genetic gene that says I have blood pressure. But the way your mama raised you because you cook and did the same thing when you got grown, that's why you got blood pressure. Not because you inherited it from your mom. Unless they suddenly found a gene for blood pressure and diabetes that's passed down by parents. But I stay up on the articles. I haven't seen one. So because we know that we're passing down our behaviors, that's why if we stop it, they stop it. Check, just follow me. Just follow me. This might be the most important thing you hear on TikTok for years. Just follow me. If I teach my children exactly what I do and they watch what I do, and then I break off and go on a wellness journey, why would I not bring my children since they eat and think like I do about food? Because they've learned it from me. Which part's not hereditary, baby? Lawrence Digital Wellness. Which one? Which part? Because I don't know which part I was talking about. No, obesity isn't hereditary. There's no genetic markers, meaning when you pull up someone's chromosomes, they have yet to find in a human being a genetic marker that inherited diabetes, that inherited. And inherited means when you came out the womb, when all of your DNA was made, the blood pressure marker was there, the diabetes marker was there. Actually, that they have not found any studies from autopsies that show any signs that people are born with hypertension and diabetes. A parent can give a baby gestational. Okay, that's different. That's not what we're talking about. That's not what we're talking about. Don't get it confused. Don't twist it. We got education over here. Let me further explain. My mother had hypertension. I wasn't born with hypertension. But when I got older, I did need blood pressure medicine because my mom is the person that taught me how to cook, clean. Everything I learned about the kitchen and food came from my mom, who was a soul food chef who never ate anything healthy until she had a heart attack and almost died. So my mother taught us you eat collard greens, fried chicken, and that's your everyday meal. When I was younger, healthy food was literally labeled white people food in our community. So when I used to think, oh, I inherited blood pressure from my mom, I was actually had 26 doctors when I was in hospice, and they were talking about my blood pressure and things I could do to lower it. And what I said to the guy, how can I lower it? How can I stop something from happening when it's genetically given to me? And he said, what's genetically given to you? I said, hypertension. He said, no, actually the behavior that causes it is given to you, not the actual marker, because there isn't one. And I was like, what? He said, blood pressure is a measurement that we take on your arm. There's actually no marker there's no DNA marker for blood pressure. It's a symptom of a lifestyle that people live. Did y'all just catch that? Okay, most people won't. Let me leave it alone. Let me get my reading done so I can get back to getting my brand new house together. Yeah, you're correct. Hypertension, nope, it's not. But a lot of people do think they inherited it, obesity. They do think that there's a genetic link. They think that their diabetes, their hypertension, and their weight they have a gene for it. I've heard women have told me, no, I actually inherited it from my mom and dad because they both had it. And I'll explain to them, no, your mom and dad both raised you. So what you got from it is examples from both your mom and dad. And because those lifestyles led to more trans fat, more processed foods, you have the symptoms of living a certain lifestyle. That's why health and wellness is a lifestyle. Got me? We together? On the same page? So ultimately, most people say, I need to lose weight, I need to lose weight. But the problem with that is you need to actually seek wellness. Because you can be skinny and still be sick. So weight loss isn't just because you lose weight doesn't mean you're healthy. That's what I'm trying to say. Wellness is totally different from weight loss. People who are trying to lose weight only care about reaching a certain number and getting there. People who are trying to pursue wellness are asking questions. They're doing things that are sustainable. They're setting up systems that can be done for the rest of their life. They're completing protocols and foundations that are livable and sustainable until they're 100, 120, 130. God bless them that they live that long. But the difference in that is most people say, I'm doing this for the next 6 months. So I can lose 80 pounds and then I'm done. Done with what? What are you done with, baby? Because remember, you said you was losing weight to get healthy. So if you get to 80 pounds and you're done, so you're done being healthy at 80 pounds? Because whatever you did to get it off is what you must keep doing to keep it off. So when you say, as soon as I get to 150, I'm good, what are you planning on doing at 150? Because if you don't plan on continuing doing every single thing you're doing right now plus more, you're not going to have 150 very long, baby. Okay? So the importance is understanding the difference in your pursuit of a weight goal, like an athlete who's doing, let's say, bodybuilding, fitness training, bikini, swimsuit. That's different. We're talking about lifestyle. Why would you want to get somewhere and then stop feeling good? Think about what you're telling your subconscious. You're telling your subconscious that as long as I hit this number, I don't need to do anything else. And that's a lie from the pit of hell. Quit telling yourself that. Quit telling yourself that. Because what you're telling yourself is as soon as the scale says my number, I don't need to go to the gym no more. I don't need to watch what I eat. I don't need to move my body. I don't need to get sleep at night. I don't need to process my emotional behavior. That is what you're telling your body. As long as I'm 115, I can stop being healthy. Lies. Not true. If you want to stay 150, you must now double down, triple down, quadruple down everything you've done to get there in order to keep it. Yeah. Let me check comments. Okay. It's supposed to be a lifestyle. Amen. I must change. I must change your relationship with. I can't. We must change our relationship with food. Yeah, because that's really the issue. Is many of us have the wrong relationship with food, and we all go for abstinence like it's a drug, and for some of us it is, but it's the one drug that can't be abstinent. Does that make sense? So one food is the one thing that we can't fully be abstinent from. So because we have to tolerate it, we must learn to live cohesively with it in a supportive and loving environment. We must not live in fear of eating something, fear of going places, fear of doing stuff around food, because that's still keeping us in the bondage and the addictive nature of the obesity. If I've lost 200 pounds, but I'm still walking, thinking, acting, and behaving like I'm big, then I haven't grown or changed anything. All I did was lose some weight. I'm still the broken down, messed up, emotionally immature person I was at 400 pounds. If I don't do the mental health work. If I'm an emotional eater, I don't care how thin I get. If I don't sit down and deal with what emotion I'm eating over, no matter what happens, all I need is a tough enough situation. Hear me. Hear me. Some of y'all won't hear me. Some of y'all don't want to hear me on this, but I need you to hear me. I don't care what type of whatever you're taking, and you say that food noise is gone, let one of your children or your mama die, God forbid. I guarantee you that food noise and that emotional eating is going to come back racing like a train because you don't have another coping skill for pain. Many of us eat over pain, stress, sadness, and loneliness and rejection. If you don't replace those emotions when they rise up with another way to respond, you're going to always eat over them, chew over them, drink over them. Because that's how you've learned to cope that way, right? When I used to get stressed out at work, I went through the drive-thru and I got ice cream cones from Wendy's. By the time I got home, I was relaxed. I was calm. You know why? I ate all of my stress out all the way home. Before I knew it, I wasn't feeling pressure anymore. Now the pressure's not gone, but I wasn't feeling it anymore because the food came in and took it away. Instead of me meditating, going for a walk, reading the Bible, getting the scripture, calling a friend. Look at all the things I could have done. Did a chore around the house. Stayed late and did some work. Called up a client. There was so much I could do. You can relate. Right. It was so much other stuff I could do. But all it took is for me to get sad enough. And before I knew it, it didn't matter. I was in there. And it was because I was emotionally immature when it comes to feelings. See, many of us are childlike when it comes to our emotional behavior, and we don't know it, and it causes us to reach for vices in order to deal, feel, and live our life. Many of us, if we're not eating, we drinking wine. If we're not drinking wine, we doom scrolling. If we're not doom scrolling, we gossiping about other people. If we're not gossiping about other people, we in our own business creating chaos. We always in the midst of something. We have no ability to sit still on our own thoughts. None. If somebody tells you to sit down and be quiet, put your phone down and cut it off for an hour, you'll lose your life. Oh, what if my kids call? They're not gonna call in an hour. You just talk to them. But because the emotional maturity isn't there to sit in your own skin, you immediately become uncomfortable and anxious. This is the problem with many adults. We're immature emotionally, and that's why we respond the way we do to things that happen to us. That's why many times many of you are over responding to situations that don't even require that much energy. But when you're emotionally immature, you don't know how not to do that. You don't know how not to feel left out. You don't not know how not to feel offended because you're not mature enough to understand that everybody got their own stuff going on and it ain't about you. But when you're emotionally immature, you think everybody's talking about you, looking at you, thinking about you. What you have not realized emotionally is they don't give a damn about you. Not like that. Huh? That's our biggest struggle. So we end up spending most of our time rehearsing conversations in our head with people that offended us and hurt us, and the conversations never happen because the other person doesn't care about it like you do. Are y'all with me? Are you following me? Tap it in. Let me know where you're tuning in from. If you just hopped in the building, are you with me? Says, please, thank you so much, Sherry, for sharing. Thank you so much, Sherry, for sharing the live. Mona, welcome in. Lawrence Digital, thank you. Sky full of stars, welcome in. Charlotte, hello, babes. All I'm pointing out is the biggest flex in weight loss and wellness is emotional sobriety. It's not growing your butt, flattening your stomach. It's not reaching your ideal weight. Those are all flexes. But the biggest flex is having emotional maturity with food. That is your biggest flex in wellness. That is your biggest flex in weight loss. That is your biggest flex when you're fighting with obesity because it is the driver of the car. Many of you have confused your car. You think your car is carbs, sugars, fats, don't eat after 7 o'clock, get the injection, get the surgery. You think that's the car. The car is your thinking because your thinking is why you continue to eat. It's not your PCOS, endometriosis, IBS. It's not those things. That's not why you. Yeah, they contribute, but that is not what's causing it. You see, because anybody can have a craving, but everybody don't get up and go in the kitchen. This is what you got to understand, baby. Your behavior gets you up. Anybody can have a craving. Everybody doesn't answer it. Those who do, that's your behavior. See, I tell me and my girls, we talk about this all the time. The day the hamburger, tater chip, french fry, fried piece of chicken, steak, potato jump off the plate and jump into your mouth, can you please call me? Because at that very point, we can officially say that people have no role in becoming obese. People have no role in becoming unhealthy. The minute that happens, we can officially say nobody is responsible for gaining 1 pound because the food is jumping off the plate down our throats into our stomachs without our permission. Call me. Because the minute you discover that, I'm going to need you to ring my bell. Ring my bell. Hasn't happened yet. Because this is us. I don't care if you have 17,853 autoimmune diseases. I don't care if you have every disease in the book. None of them is making you do this, but you're thinking. Unless you got Pray to Willie. Now, if you got Pray to Willie, we on a whole different subject. I am a retired therapist. I can walk you through that. But let's just talk about this. You see this hand? My thoughts. My thought. Not my PCOS. Not my endometriosis. Not my thyroid. That's my hand. That's me. That's all me. This is all me. This is all me. And the minute I come but delusional that it's not me is the minute I begin to struggle and don't get a real breakthrough. The minute I come delusional and begin to think that I am not playing a role in what's happening in my life in any way, any shape or form, that I have no responsibility for how I got where I'm at, I am delusional. I'm setting myself up to fail. Because no fried chicken, pizza, hot dog, candy, cupcake, cup of coffee, profi, nothing has ever jumped out of its existence into your body and forced you to take it. Nobody's ever tied you down, put zip ties on your arms and legs, and shoved food down your mouth endlessly and would not stop until the point where you gained 300 pounds. Nobody's locked you up in no room nowhere and threw a bunch of junk food in there and said, damn it, if you don't eat it out, you can't come out until then. Nobody. Us. That's us. That's me in that picture. No, I had a diagnosis of PCOS, endometriosis, fibroids. I had something else going on with my fallopian tubes. I had like 63 diagnoses at one point. Then they marked them down to 43. I finally got myself together with 23 diagnoses on my deathbed. More to the stories, they said I had everything under the sun. But I personally know myself. I'm the one that was eating 40 and 50 Oreo cookies in one sitting. Me. I reached up to 435 pounds. Lawrence, digital. I'm telling you, we can relate to each other because I've been there and I've done that. And the hard part when I was doing it, did you guys know when I was doing it, I blamed it on everything else. I couldn't lose weight because my knees hurt. But I could go out to the club and twerk and drop it low and throw it back. And anytime somebody was going to eat, I could make it to that though. I couldn't go to the gym because I didn't have time. But if you wanted to go out to eat, I would leave work or stay at work late so I could meet you on that side of town to make sure I could meet you to go out to eat. See, my priorities was bad. See, it wasn't none of my diseases. It was my lack of priorities and lack of knowledge, okay? See, none of those things. See, when I was going through those drive-thrus, nobody was holding no gun to my head. I wasn't under duress. I wasn't under duress when I was ordering 2 and 3 combo meals. Nobody was pressuring me to do that. Nobody was pressuring me to take my last monies and order DoorDash. Nobody was pressuring me to do that. That was me. And if you don't get anything else from me ever on any of these platforms, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, I need you to understand but that when we stand in full responsibility of our circumstances, no matter how dark they may be, there's a sense of freedom that comes from knowing that because I played a role, I can also play a role in fixing it. Because I was a contributor, I also can contribute good and fix it. It's like if I can get me in, then I can pray to my God to get me out. If I know what I need to get out of. But if I continue to tell myself it's not me, it's the diseases, it's not me, it's my medical, it's not me, it's my diabetes, it's not me, it's my kidneys, it's not me, it's them, it's not me, it's him, it's not me, it's my kids, it's not me, it's my job. At this rate, you ain't responsible for nothing. You just big for no reason. There should be a law against that. Because if you're not responsible for none of your weight ever, it's everything else, then you shouldn't be big. But we are, you guys. We are responsible. And we do play a role. And when we can accept that, we can then walk in a different light of truth. Because then we're no longer doing quick fixes and microwave situations to get to a thing that's supposed to be lifelong. Your body knows how to lose weight, burn its metabolism and everything. But the toxins, the behaviors, the chronic dieting, the sicknesses, the illnesses, birth, and all of that, it changes it. So many of us simply need to take our bodies back to a clean slate and start from that clean slate. Some of us already eat clean and simply need to move our bodies more, but we're against doing that. Some of us already know deep down inside we have a food addiction but won't get help for it. We believe that we can calorie count it away. We believe, the injections happen with my food noise, I should be good. It is helping. But there will be a day that it won't. Because that's in your mind, not your body. 24 years of experience over here in mental health, just in case you're wondering. Not 1, not 2, but multiple degrees. Okay. I'm going for it once at a time. Woo! Let's go, Terry. Amen. Hi, M. Moon Israel. Moon. Immuna Israel, I think that's how I say it. I'm not sure. Yes, Terry. Hi, Queen Sweetie. How are you, baby? Come on in. Okay. Now, that was our motivational talk for Friday. Any questions? So, tonight's focus is check your emotional sobriety. Are you emotionally sober? And if so, what does that look like for you? Next triggering question of today's daily reading and life. I didn't mean to give you the middle finger. I'm sorry. Next daily. So, first, are you emotionally sober? Like, meaning, do you have emotional maturity? And if so, what does that look like? Do you even know what emotional maturity is? Second thing, do you believe that all a person needs to do to lose weight and that's considered healthy? Or do you believe that health and wellness is much more than just weight loss? Second question. Third question is, are you like me? Have you been someone who's felt like everything else was the culprit and today you have to stand in your honesty and say, I also am a culprit of my situation? Yes, I have all of those things. Yes, all of those things contribute. But the truth to the matter is all that food got in my body from me, right? Those 25,000 calories by 8 a.m. got in my body from me. Those 150, 160, 200,000 calories a day I was eating when I was raging in my food addiction, that was me. When I was picking up the phone, ordering the meals and having them delivered, that was me. That wasn't my endometriosis, okay? Okay. When I was going through drive-throughs, when I was still mobile and before I got paralyzed, that was me. That wasn't PCOS. That wasn't fibroids. That wasn't tumors. That was me. When I was sitting up in the middle of the bed at night watching Netflix and eating whole bags of chips and cookies by myself because I was sad from loneliness, that wasn't my hypertension. That wasn't my thyroid or the tumor on my thyroid. That was me. You see, at the end of the day, I may have all these things wrong with me or all these ailments per se, but because of the type of relationship and the way food and eating works, food can't get inside of me to be eaten unless I play a role. So I have to stand in my honesty and stand in my truth and say, I no longer can tell the story that I'm big because of my PCOS. I'm big because of my hypertension. I'm big because of my diabetes. I'm big because my mama and my big. I have to say I'm big because I haven't always made the best choices, and today that stops. I'm not big because of my endometriosis. Yes, it causes me to have cravings, but the cravings can't get food. I can. Yes, my PCOS is making it difficult for my hormones to process and the estrobiolome to cut on the metabolism. But the fact that I'm the one purchasing the food to eat, that's on me. Yeah. If I shall have a heart attack or stroke in this very moment, I can't blame it on anything but the way I'm living. That's on me. So the fact that I've had 3 heart attacks and 3 strokes and found myself paralyzed on 2 occasions, that's on me. The fact that I ate myself into hospice and was willing to die over a morsel of food, that's not my terminal blood condition. That's not my port. That's not my genetic inherited diseases. That's on. That's on me. The fact that I was willing to eat myself to death, that the fact that an Oreo cookie and a potato chip came more important than my grandchildren and my daughter, that's on me, y'all. That's all on me. The fact that my behavior, my gloating and excitement about being the big pretty girl left me laying up in a hospital paralyzed, unable to help my daughter raise her children or even care for her for 4 or 5 years, that is on me. That's not on no disease I have, no diagnosis I have. That's not on no situation I was in. That's on me. Because, see, brutal honesty and acceptance of the roles I play in the situations I'm a part of helps me stay sober and sane. It helps me stay emotionally intact. When I stop lying to myself about the roles I'm playing in my own downfalls, my own afflictions, my own behaviors, and my own habits, I can then get freedom. I can't get freedom from the food noise, the obsession, the cravings, and all of that if I continue to lie about how I even got here. I can't get free. If I continue to sneak and eat and lie and cheat with the food behind your back while I'm telling you that I'm on a weight loss journey, I can't get free. If I suffer from depression and anxiety and I'm on a weight loss journey and I'm fighting that depression and anxiety, I'm not going to be able to not think about food because of depression and anxiety. I need to get help. If I don't, that's on me. It's on me, baby. So I have to have rigorous, brutally rigorous honesty. The honesty has to be in a space where when I say it out loud, there's a revelation that happens in me that tells me not only do I get to stand in my truth, I can stay in my truth. I can tell you my truth because by saying it out loud, the enemy cannot any longer hold me captive. I refuse to not be able to carry out my purpose because of weight. I don't know about you, but I don't want to get up to heaven and God be like, why you couldn't get that weight off? You know your calling required more than that. I don't want that. I, because see, one thing I discovered when I was losing weight, one day it just hit me. I was watching something and it was, I can't think of the movie, but it was about a man that he was really obese and he kept eating to the point where he ruptured his stomach. And I can remember the movie was showing gluttony. And it was the first time as a woman of God that it registered in my mind that I was living a gluttonous lifestyle. And that gluttonous behavior was equivalent to a murderer, a rapist, a child molester, a thief. There's no distinguishing of sins. A sin is a sin is a sin. There's not a scale. You don't get to say, oh, that one's not that bad. That's not how he does it. They're all not good. Okay? So when I look at it like that, based on what I believe, I don't know what you believe. You can believe what you want to believe, but if you believe in that wickery, dark stuff, go somewhere else because we don't do that over here. But for me, if I live a life of faith and spirituality, and if I believe that murder's bad and all those other things are bad, then um, I can't curse the person who likes same sex if that's on the same list as gluttony. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't point my finger at the person who's in a relationship out of wedlock if I'm sitting over here stuffing food down my face. You know what I'm saying? Like some of us are delusional. We'll denounce everything else and be sitting around 500 pounds denouncing everybody else's sins. Like gluttony ain't on her too. How? How is that? How? How can we look at a heavy person and judge them when we in the back smoking crack? Like how? How? How can we look at a big person and judge them when you sleeping with your sister? How? Because they're the same. They're not. Oh, because okay, I see. I got it. Okay, you don't gotta explain it. I'm doing it. All I'm pointing out is sometimes in life we tend to try to justify and comfort things that we need to call it what it is. We need to call a duck and a truck a truck. Because by not calling a duck and a truck, it continues to support the delusional behavior and ideology behind how we act. But if we begin to stand in our truth and say, I played a role in where I'm at, that means I can play a role of getting from where I'm at. It means I play a role in what's happening to me. It means I can get from where I'm at. You know, I often work with women who are in very aggressive and abusive relationships, and they tell me 60 reasons about why they can't leave. And I always come back with the same thing. Yes, you can. You're making a choice to stay. So stop saying you can't. You don't want to deal with what happens if you leave. Say that. But you can leave. You can leave. Who is that? Hi, how are you? Little baby. Oh my gosh, it's been forever. This is my backup page. Did you follow me? People reported that my photos were fake and I got my live access on my big page with all those followers is blocked. They won't give it back. It says that I have it back, but I can't. I tried today on that page and it wouldn't let me. So we did create another profile and we are over here and we're trying to get to 1,000 so we can go back to doing all of our guest stuff that we used to do. I'm so glad. Let me make sure I'm following you back because you know I follow y'all back. I miss you so much. Oh my gosh, if you're new here, you guys, I do follow back. On this account, I shouldn't have no problems, but one of the reasons why I got blocked is I don't follow the TikTok rules very well. You don't have to hit the like button if you don't feel like it. You can just listen and take the information and knowledge. You don't have to give me any gifts. I would much rather you take those monies, buy you some protein, get you some dumbbells or something, just put it towards your wellness journey. You don't have to give me stuff. I'd much rather you put that into your health and wellness journey. If you want to be a part of my community, then you can go over to my website. You can get a schedule a free 15-minute consultation. We can get together and I can talk to you about what I do and what we can do to help you on your journey. But you don't have to come here and be worried about if you can drop a gift. I'm not gonna put you out because you're not a member of an alphabet team or nothing. It's okay. You could just come here when you want to. You could just get the information you need. I do have 2 pages in a boutique. All those Coach Kenyas are me. Oh wait a minute, hold on. So glad to see you. So glad to see you. Wakanda Jenkins. It says, I'm new here. You are lovely. Oh my gosh, thank you. Back at you. Yes, it was meant to be. I'm glad I found you because I have a page with about 61,000 followers on TikTok, but unfortunately I haven't been able to go live since April of 2025. So I have unfortunately been struggling to grow this page because I keep getting I don't know what it's called, but they have a name for it where people say they don't see my video suppressed. So even on this page, the person has reported my pictures on this page already once. So I'm trying to grow my followers back up and not make too many waves because every time we get really big and get too many likes, I get reported. Every time I get over 20,000 likes and like 50 or 100 people, immediately somebody says my live is unsafe. So I get that unsafe thing on my live. Don't know why. Every time. So I don't want no problems with nobody. I'm not on this app to argue or fight with nobody. If you're afraid that I'm going to steal your people, I don't even care that much. If someone comes across my live and they get some information that helps their weight loss and wellness journey, that's what this is about. You know, I'm not going to go back and forth. Okay. Just God bless you. I pray that all your reporting you're doing to TikTok about my photos, I pray it magnifies and grows you somehow. And that whatever it is that you're threatened by me and my community, I pray that God gives you the wisdom and grace to do something just as powerful for your community. So that's all we're going to say, and I let that be. It's because you are givable. But I know, little baby, they shut me down. So last 2 weeks ago, we were in here. We had like 150 people, and my likes got up to like 50,000 likes. When I got to 51,000 likes, I got 3 warnings, and I had to appeal them. I had to appeal the warning. I had to appeal because it blocked me, kicked me completely out. Yeah, yeah. And when I went in there, it says your live has been reported as unsafe for misinformation. And what they're saying in their little report is that my photo is fake. That's that's me. Like, go do your research. Google me. It's me. So I always have to submit stuff to try to prove that it's me. We thank God that this time when I submitted the photos, as well as some other documentation in the little screen thing in the back under the support tickets, they did unfreeze the lot, but they had frozen it and blocked me for 15 days from that. Yeah, yeah. So we made it back. All right, let's get to our reading for September 12th. All right, it says, oh, wait a minute, hold on. We got to get the glasses, y'all. That was yours. And this is the new you. Yep. 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 You got it, Mom. This is the new version. Okay, y'all got to get these glasses because, baby, I can't read nothing, little baby. Little baby. I can't see nobody's name. All right, here we go. Today's reading. All right, I'm going to read. Heal your fear of abandonment. I'm going to read 2. Okay. Thank you so much, Queen. I'm going to read 2. All right, we ready? We're going to read 2 because I can't see. Yep, I got to wear the glasses full time now. It is you. You are so real. They are jealous of you. I know, Terry. I think so, Terry, especially since, like you've been around me 10 years when it wasn't even no TikTok. People are weird. They weird. But you know what? The thing is, because I'm not, it's the fact that I'm giving away knowledge that a lot of people have in their little e-product. but I have products too. It's just that I'm licensed and trained in what I do. So I'm a therapeutic based coach. So I'm not a nutritionist. And a lot of people have coaching certificates for nutrition and fitness. That's not what I am. I'm not a fitness instructor. I'm not going to sit around and count calories and stuff with you. That's not what I do. But I think what happens is people see the fact that I lost 479 pounds naturally. The minute that they see it's natural and it's no surgery, no shot, I always get reported because it steals people's followers. Because people want to follow people who know how to sustain and keep it, do it naturally. When as soon as I say I lost weight 10 years ago, man, the little red thing be on the screen quick, quick. So me and my followers believe that we kind of we know what's going on. Just know that we know. So that's why I have the structure of my company that I do where you can go off of line and come to my actual coaching firm. I'm not a social media weight loss coach. I know many people are, and they send you to a Facebook group and that's all you have access to. I'm an actual licensed, bonded, protected coaching firm in Arizona. Okay. You can look me up. I have all the numbers. I have a DNB. I'm actually not even an LLC. Okay. I'm an actual C Corp. Okay. Because I have three businesses. Okay. So I started in 2016. I locked it all down in 2019. And as you know, it's about to be 2026. So I know many of you have saw new people who recently lost weight, 70 pounds in 3 days, 100 pounds in 2 hours. Good job for them. That's not my story. I can't relate to that. But what I can tell you is how to keep weight off naturally and how to sustain your weight loss through your mindset. That's what I can teach you. What I can teach you is how to control the food noise by changing out your coping strategies and your thinking patterns and learning your grooming. Well, those are the things I can teach you. I can teach you tapping, EFT, mirror work, breaking the plate. I can teach you breath work. I can teach you all of those things, okay? But at the end of the day, a person has to want to apply that much attention to oneself to be successful in my community because we don't diet. My clients can have anything they want whenever they want it. We don't diet because food will not control us. No. See, the reason why we don't diet is because we're moving away from that whole entire lifestyle, that whole entire counting, watching, thinking. No. All we want to do is cook our meals 3 days at a time, meal prep so we ain't out in these streets being crazy, and we want to be able to eat a piece of cake when we want the daggone cake anime. We want the cake. We want to be able to go to the wedding and have the cake and not feel like we're going to gain 1,000 pounds from a piece of damn cake. Okay? We want to be able to go to the bar and have a beer and not wake up with a bloated stomach and look 9 months pregnant. All that comes when you have consistency and maintenance. Right? I go out to eat, I turn up, I do all of that. But you don't hear me freaking out about my weight. You know why? Because I also sustain certain habits every day. I do the same thing every day. It's like most people, a lot of women get up and pray every morning. That's how my health and wellness works. I get up, I go from prayer to health and wellness. We want cake anime. Yes, we do want cake anime. You're not cutting no cake out of that cake is one of my, I want a cookie. Someone tags, you said someone speaks your language. Me and you must never part. Take my sister away from me. You understand what I'm saying? Like, let's tell the truth about it. I can't, because the thing is, when I go out with my girlfriends, even though I'm not the only one on a wellness journey, I don't want to be the person at the table that everybody's saying, oh, you can't have that. Oh, you can't have that. I don't think that's good. I don't think other people trying to talk over your food and tell you what you can have and can't have is fair. Therefore, don't even be on a diet. I'm not counting 75 nothing. I'm not 75 softening, hardening, humping it, pumping it, or nothing. I'm not doing that stupid stuff. I'm not. Don't sign me up because I'm not going to do it consistently. I'm telling you that now. I need something that has mobility to it. I need to know that if I don't work out on Sunday, I'm not going to gain 1,000 pounds if I eat a piece of cake. That's what maintenance is. Okay? It's where you can enjoy life and you don't have to be fearful that you're going to wake up fat. My clients do not weigh themselves every day. That is psychologically inappropriate and dependent, and it causes trauma. It is called scale trauma. It is where a person gets so scared of getting on the scale that they get physically ill from weighing themselves for fear of what the number would say, as if the number defines who they are as a human. Stop it. Stop abusing yourself. You are not going to be able to sustain that type of emotional bullying and torture that you're doing with dieting and those scales. Not going to be able to sustain it. You're going to do good, all right, as long as your life is good. But the minute you lose a job, someone dies, something gets rough, something gets tough, you're going to go run right back to what you were doing before, because it's going to become your coping skill to get through that rough time. And then you're going to find yourself hollering, I fell off. Let me get back on. I fell off. Let me get back in the gym. But if you're consistent and you create the habit and you change the way you think and act around food in your lifestyle, you don't fall off of a lifestyle. You fall off diets. You don't fall off of wellness. You fall off of weight loss journeys. When you are on a wellness journey, it includes everything: your mental, physical, and emotional well-being. It's not just how skinny am I getting. Heal your fear of abandonment. Someone say the fear of abandonment is a universal fear. It's common to most people in most places. It is the anguishing, heartbreaking moment when we believe someone is giving up, going to leave us. For many of us, the fear begins when some important person did leave or abandon us, physically or emotionally. Now, the very thought of it happening again terrifies us. Although the fear may be universal, if we have it, it still belongs to us. It needs to be faced, felt, acknowledged, and released. It needs to be healed, or else it may control our lives and harm our relationships. I'm going to read that again, because didn't I just tell y'all what abandonment will do? The feelings of abandonment and loneliness will have you fall off your weight. Now, starting to have you sitting somewhere eating. Listen to what she just said. Listen to this. Just listen. Keep tapping the like button. You think we can get 20K on accident, y'all? Y'all ready? We've been on an hour. We're gonna be off in 15 minutes, but I gotta give you this. I gotta give you this nugget. I need you to get this tonight, because tonight somebody is in this live and they struggle with loneliness and abandonment. Okay, somebody's watching me right now. If you're not watching me right now, you're gonna be watching me. Okay, and you struggle with loneliness and abandonment. And I want to read this to you, because earlier in the live, I literally said many of us are doing wonderful on our wellness journeys until loneliness kicks in and we begin to sneak and eat. Okay. Thank you, little baby. Let me read it again. Thank you, Terry. Heal your fear of abandonment. Some of the fear of abandonment is a universal fear. It's common to most people in most places. It is that anguishing, heartbreaking moment when we believe someone is going to leave us. For many of us, the fear began when some important person did leave or abandon us, physically or emotionally. Now that very thought of it happening again terrifies us. Although the fear may be universal, if we have it, it still belongs to us. It needs to be faced, felt, acknowledged, and released. It needs to be healed, or else it may control our lives and harm our relationships. Sometimes we may fear being abandoned so much that we don't want anyone to leave us, even people we don't like, because the triggers it triggers that old familiar feeling if we don't deal with it. However, people can use it against us. All they have to do is threaten to leave us, and we crumble. We acquiesce to the mere thought of feeling that way again. Underneath the fear of abandonment, another fear may lurk too, a deeper fear. The fear of that someone we've made, the people that somehow we've made the people we love go away. Sometimes in our lives, certain people have to go away because that is where their path led them. But if they felt confused, guilty, or uncertain about the leaving, they may have lied to us. They may have told us that we did something wrong. We caused the separation, or it was our fault that we were leaving, that they were leaving, and that and their lie became embedded in us. Did someone tell that lie to you? Tell yourself something different. Tell yourself the truth. You don't make people go away. You weren't the cause of people leaving in you or abandoning you. If someone needed to leave you, that was his or her choice. Heal your fear of abandonment. Set yourself and others free. Melanie Beatty. Journey to the heart. Thank you for the follow, babe. Hi, Yaya. Melanie Beatty, Turning to the Heart. Very powerful reading. And that is so true. I spent a lot of my life in fear of abandonment because I was abandoned and I was neglected multiple times at very various states. And my biggest and most hardest time that I was left on my deathbed by my ex-husband of 13 years. And I didn't die. And to survive that when everyone walked away from me and left me in a facility to die, and then to be here, it has been a journey to come back from that. It has been a process to learn to love myself, to validate my existence, and to show up as the human that I know that I am. Today, I don't hold on to the pain of those who left me behind. I pray for them and I send them a massive amount of love, because what they did was gave me an opportunity to grow closer to God, to find the higher power and the version of God I was always supposed to have that I didn't quite have. And it also taught me to love myself, have self-control and self-discipline, because at the end of the day, I need to love me enough to know that I don't do anything to make anybody do anything, that they get to make a choice too. And if I love me enough, then maybe that whole of abandonment won't be so big, because I can keep myself company today. That is something I've worked very hard to accomplish, is to be able to keep myself. Hi, Katrina. Hi, Yaya. To keep myself company. I know how to keep myself company. I know how to be my own friend. And for many years, I couldn't do that. I couldn't keep myself company. I couldn't calm myself, and I couldn't soothe myself. And so if those things sound like you, be sure to tap back in and join us again. And thank you so much for joining today's daily reading. I'm Coach Kenya. And thank you so much for building with me. Any questions? Be sure you click the link in my bio if you're looking for any of the products about anything I mentioned. I just saw a comment. Just it blocked your comment out, baby. It muted you. But if you click the link in my bio, you first don't forget to grab your daily heart me. But if you click the link in my bio up above, it's going to take you to one of my websites. Both of them have the products on there. You can also book a free complimentary session with me, and we can kind of talk a little bit about, even if you don't start working with me, I do try to give you some access to some tools and resources to further magnify your weight loss and wellness journey. If you're on a GLP-1 surgery patient, don't worry. I do it all. I do it all because I don't believe they should ever be separate. I believe weight loss and wellness is weight loss and wellness, and we shouldn't divide, separate, or try to segregate the communities, because it's already hard enough for someone to seek wellness when they struggle with obesity as it is, and we don't need to add to that. I told my sister-in-law, nobody wants meds. You should be you should be a diabetic too. That's what you told your that's what you told your sister. Hi, Cornelius. How are you? No questions tonight, guys? All right. I won't keep you. Thank you so much for tapping in. I'm your girl, Coach Kenya. Love you to the moon and back. I'll see you tomorrow. 7 o'clock, same time, same crazy channel. You can get me on Facebook at Coach Kenya Elliott, YouTube at Coach Kenya Elliott, TikTok at Coach Kenya Elliott, Instagram at Coach Kenya Elliott, LinkedIn at Coach Kenya Elliott, and Threads at Coach Kenya Elliott, Lemonade at Coach Kenya Elliott. I'm always Kenya Lachelle Elliott or Coach Kenya Elliott. So if you happen to see those profiles, don't forget to hit that like button, that follow button, because it is me, your weight loss and wellness area therapeutic coach. So I'm tapping in for you. Be sure you tap in for me, and I'll see y'all later. Have a great day. And don't forget,